Okay, how you going today? It's a video mainly for John Beck from A1 Party DJs. My name's Steve. My brother's Big L Hope. You'd know him, John. Anyway, this is our PA setup. We've got two Jansen 15-inch, wooden speaker box cabinet up the top there. It's got a 15-inch low frequency speaker, 10-inch mid, and two Motorola KN1129 piezos for the highs. The 15s are Zomax P1565s, which means they have a 15-inch speaker with a 65-ounce magnet, which is around the 1.82 kilo mark. Got the never mind, can't see. Now John, Alistair's been talking to you about he's building a speaker. Alright, this is the speaker here. Can't see that very good, eh? Anyway, that's the speaker. And from the front, it just looks like a box. But if you look at it from the top, it looks something like that. Okay. Now it's got two 8-inch, 100-watt, 8-ohm d.a.s speakers. And we've only got a shitty little, very old 150-watt power mixer that runs it, and we just run it out of each one speaker for each channel, so it's actually got two connections in the back of it for hooking your speakers into. So that's what's in that box there. Now down the bottom we've got we've got a twin 15-inch Celestion sub, which is around about, not sure because it's hard to find anything about them, but it's around about 500 watts RMS. And those ones there are Ashton Power Force. That's their standard plastic molded speaker with a 15-inch that 15-inch speaker in the bottom and the horn at the top. And yeah, that's all the speakers. And then we've got the Phonic P3600 that just runs the sub through a crossover. It's an active crossover, costs a couple of $100 off Trade Me. Oh yeah, money. There's two Jansens up there. They're about 15 years old, and apparently they were thousands when they first came out. But I had a look at replacement drivers, and the company's still going, and they still sell those same speakers. And to replace the 15s would be $300 each for a speaker. To replace the 10s is $200 per speaker, and the piezos are they're about $50 to $80 each, depending what website you get them from. These those Ashton Power Force speakers. It cost us $300 for those Jansens off of Trade Me. These Ashtons down the bottom here, we got them as part of a kit with a power mixer, because I do a little bit of band stuff, bit of singing and performing and stuff. And but they retail for $400 each New Zealand, which is around about $350 Australian, about $200 American. It's turned down really, really quiet. And for a monitor speaker, we use this thing here. It's a DB Technologies 15-inch, standard speaker with power that's active. It's got the amp at the back. And there, I know everyone knows what those looks like. Okay, mixer, DJ M600. Got a Chaos pad, which costs like $100 or $200 off Trade Me, just for a bit of fun, bit of samples here and there, and some funny, bit of freaky sounds. And we've got the dual CD player, which I don't even know what brand it is, but that cost $200 off Trade Me over a year ago. Now we've got a PV XR 8300 power mixer, and we've got that set on. If you get a power mixer, you've actually got, it's a mixer, well, it's just like your left and right channels in a regular amp. You've got two amplifiers inside there. Most of the time they just run left and right channel, but you can switch them so that you've got separate equalizer control banks for the speakers that come out of each side. So we sort of run two speakers out of one channel and two speakers out of the other channel, and then we can control the equalization through those, because that box speaker, that one there that Alistair built, is only really does up to about 2 kilohertz, whereas you know, that's mids, I guess. And yeah, that's about it. I did a bit of spiel before, but it didn't come out properly. I'm getting all things. I'll just go through crossovers and stuff that are on the speakers. Now, the Power Force speakers, it's a passive crossover, and it crosses over at 2 kilohertz between the 15, and the horn does everything between the 15 inch and the horn, and the horn does everything else. So it does from 2 kilohertz up. Whereas with these puppies up here, the 15 does up to 500 kilohertz, that 10 inch there does up to 3 kilohertz, and then the two tweeters get 3 and above. You know, 3 kilohertz up to 20,000. So you're looking at $300 for those two speakers there. That box there cost us about $250. Materials in the speakers. The speakers cost $100 brand new for the set, for the pair of them. Sub there costs $300. And yeah, all that stuff second hand. Sub costs $300 off Trade Me. That the amp that runs the sub costs, I think it was $300 off Trade Me, and the crossover costs $217 or something. So it's not a bad thing. We're not full-on professional DJs. We just we've DJ'd a few weddings, or Alistair's DJ'd a few weddings. I've DJ'd a 21st, you know, and you just hang out with your mates. We had a few parties in the shed, and anytime someone's having a party and we can get the gear there, we're quite happy to turn up. I'll can't turn it up all that loud. Oh yeah, disco ball there with both the lights blue on the weekend. And yeah, that's about it, apart from this is the old power mixer here that I bought off Trade Me for $100. So you're looking at 100, 400 plus 250, 650, 950, plus about $2,000 for that new stuff, which was the PV power mixer and the Ashton speakers. So you're looking at about $3,000 there. Got another amp over there, 300, and about $3,500, $4,000, maybe, you know, $5,000. Once you talk leads and this and that, and there's the records players there that don't go, and that's about it. And sorry, John, Big Al wouldn't come out and hang out in the shed. He didn't want to be videoed for some reason. I don't know. Maybe we'll get him into it a little bit later. If anyone wants to know about the music, it's Jeff Healy. That's about it. I'll catch you all later. Sorry about that. Yeah, shoddy cameraing. First video, so I'll try and do them a little bit better. I'll probably even do another video of the same thing. Alright, catch us later. Practice and enjoy. Oh yeah, Jonathan, practice and enjoy. Sweet brother.